And this is why I don't all of the time try and use the YouTube official tools, because I tried to just go live a second ago and it did not work. I was trying to use their internal system because they just removed the old system and replaced it with a new one, but that did not work. So I'm going back to my trusty StreamYard here that I'm using. They don't pay me or anything, but they are pretty reliable. So hello, everybody. Welcome back to Prince's Friend, Exploring Music Through Prince. As I had said before, I kind of want to go over some stuff that has been happening in my hemisphere here, as well as stuff that's been happening over obviously in the Prince world that we need to talk about. There's some stuff that I haven't actually talked about yet because I've been sick and I just haven't had the opportunity to do that. So I guess first let's go ahead and address that. So I did go to a convention and I came back from that convention, and I'll talk about the convention itself in just a second. So when I came back from the convention, though, I was exhausted and just like bleh. But then my oldest son was sick. So of course he was sick and I had to take care of him. And then I got sick. And then after I got sick, my wife got sick. And then after my wife got sick, my youngest son got sick. So it was like, it just went through the family. Then I started boasting about how good I was feeling on the internet and on social media. I'm like, I'm back in the game, guys. This is going to be awesome. And then my youngest son got sick again. And then I got sick again. My wife is just now getting over being sick again. And I'm hoping it doesn't hit my oldest son again and it just goes through all of us once more. So it really stunk. Like for basically the last 3 weeks, I have been sick and then not sick and then sick. But during the time that I was not sick, I was caring for sick people. So not great, but it is what it is. But I did want to tell just a fun story. I did go to DragonCon, like I said, at the beginning of the month, and I got to speak with some really cool people because obviously I was there professionally for my game design stuff. But when I also got to go to a really cool performance. It was like a DJ spinning a bunch of Prince records, and it was in an abandoned church that was really cool that had been renovated into a club. So the acoustics were amazing, and I had a whole bunch of amazing Purple Peeps come out. They picked me up from the convention and we went out and we partied. We had a great dinner. It was just so much fun. So Cassandra, Nadine, Madeline, all you people, mwah, I love you guys. So much fun. And even while I was at the convention, and this was a pretty funny story, is there was a guy, his name's Zach, and he sent me a tweet, and he's like, "Are you still at DragonCon? I wanted to come and say hi to you at one of your panels." And I'm like, "Yeah, totally." But he showed up right before the panel started, and then we jumped into an hour-long panel, and he was like, "I'll just wait for the panel to be over." And he and his father sat in a front row, and we just obviously the panel, I could tell that they were not interested in the panel at all. So it was I saw their eyes glaze over, and it was just like, I felt bad because I know they wanted to talk to me afterwards, but I was like, you guys could have went and got a soda, or you guys were like at attention, which is great. I mean, thank you. But I spoke to them for about 20 minutes after that, because then I had to jump on another panel, and lots and lots of fun. But it was cool to kind of be at that kind of event where I'm there for one reason, but I'm actually getting recognized and engaging with everybody about this channel as well. So it was a multi-purposed kind of business trip. So I did enjoy that quite a bit. So there was that, and then obviously I came home. I don't know if you guys know, but I wouldn't say that I am the handiest person in the world, but I'm just handy enough to be dangerous. So the time when I was taking care of sick people, it also involved me essentially renovating my living room, and I had to do spackling and all that stuff. I did happen to get out to the track listing to 1999. That video, which I thought was amazing, and 1999 looks so good. So, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see that and have that in my hands, because they're just, like I said, I had all of the like extra tracks and stuff that they had. They were good. Like, I think I had like half of them, or somewhere around half of them, but then there's another like good half that I like don't have in my own collection of the bootlegs and stuff. And even the ones I do have, like I want cleaner versions and stuff like that. So but yeah, so the reason that I'm on doing a live stream right now is because my mom just dropped my son back off, and I laid him down for a nap. So I probably have about 30 minutes or so, and then I'm going to have to jump right off of here. So this was, if I was going to do one today, this was when it was going to be. So there you go. It's kind of crazy, but hopefully it's all going to work out in the end. So and I did, somebody did mention that, you know, the MPG Trio are also live right now, and I'm not like trying to run this right now to impede on their time. It was more just that I wanted to do it today, and this is when I can do it. So, you know, apologies to them. I'm not trying to steal the spotlight or anything from them. You know, hopefully you guys can listen to two entirely different conversations at the same time. Just have two windows open. Don't do that. It's probably not good. So there was that stuff. So a couple of big things that I wanted to talk about. First, I'll talk about one that is huge, and it's that Mr. Hayes, Morris Hayes, his house burned down. So yeah, I posted a link on my Facebook. So go to Princess Friend on Facebook, and there's a link there that there's a GoFundMe that'll help him out with his expenses, stuff that's not covered by insurance, and you know, help him recover from his house burning down. Like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know what I would do if my house burned down. It would be devastating, and I've known people who have had their houses torn down or burned down, and they, like, you know, they've had really just terrible things. Like even, you know, a decade later, they will have still ramifications of those things. Like, they'll realize that, like, oh my gosh, that precious heirloom, you know, burned down, or, you know, something to that effect. So it's super important that we all you know, support our purple family. Like, that's the point of all of this. So you know, if we can't help him out, then, like, why are we here? So definitely, like, if you have a few dollars to spare, go ahead and I would say give them to Mr. Morris Hayes. The other thing which I was going to talk about, which seems a little weird now that you know, I just mentioned, hey, you should go give your money over there, but I was running a special on the Patreon today, or this month. It was supposed to be for the first 2 weeks of September. It was supposed to be a limited time thing, and then I got sick, so I extended it to the end of September. And essentially, if you go to patreon.com/princessfriend, it's the normal you know, place that you would go. I talk about it at the end of every video. If you didn't know, I talk about it all the time. But if you go to patreon.com/princessfriend, and if you become a new patron, or if you upgrade, if you're a current patron and you upgrade your your pledge level to a different, you know, higher level, then essentially you're gonna have the opportunity to have a conversation with me. So, and it seems like such a weird, like, thing, like, to offer, like, just like, hey, like, you can call me up on the phone and we'll chat for like 30 minutes and it'll be fun. And that's for, you know, any new person, regardless of pledge level, or anybody who's existing who just wants to adjust or whatever. It's one of those things, because when I went to DragonCon, I realized just how awesome it was for me to engage with, you know, with each of you, and with you know, all of you, you know. And I got this at Celebration to an extent, but like at Celebration, it's almost overwhelming. At Celebration, it's just like there's so many people, and it's like, but it was really cool when I went to DragonCon at the beginning of the month that I got to actually like sit down and have a conversation with people who, you know, a couple of the people who were patrons, but even people who weren't patrons, they got to ask me questions, and I got to talk with them. And, you know, it was really, really cool that, you know, we got to do that. So I was like, well, why don't I offer that as a thing, so that, you know, if you are interested in having a conversation with me and like, hey, let's do that. Let's sit down and let's have a conversation. I think it's just really, really, I want to do more things like that. So I'm starting it off here and, you know, seeing if that helps. So if anybody is interested in that, just go to patreon.com/princessfriend and you can do that. If you don't want to do that, but you still have some money burning a hole in your pocket, give it to Morris Hayes, or vice versa, or both if you are just freaking loaded for some reason. And if you don't have any money, don't give that either. I mean, there's no pressure to do anything in any of these events. I know that there's like a documentary going around, and it's just like, yeah, like if you don't have the money, don't give the money. Like that's just rule number one. Don't overextend yourself for luxury items. So there were a few other things here, and now I'm like, ugh, now I have to figure it out, because I actually missed the live stream that we normally do at the end of the month. So we did quite a few things, and I kind of wanted to talk about some of the stuff that we've done. Obviously, we have the Netflix. Obviously, I see that there's the Netflix documentary, We Lost Ava DuVernay. Oh, that's the thing. That's the video that I did that I actually really wanted to talk about, because it was really, really fun to do. And you guys all responded really big to it. And it was when I went over the original like test release of Come. And like, I was like, oh man, like that's amazing that you guys responded so much to it. Whew, that was a bad cough. So I'm going to try and do more things like that, because you guys did seem to really enjoy that, and not in a way that like, you know, oh, it got tons of hits or anything like that, but just the engagement and oh, excuse me, just the level of engagement and you know, like this was something that like I knew about, but it turned out that like you guys all didn't know about it. So definitely something that I'm going to want to do. So yeah, so I'm going to try and do more videos like that. I do have a ton of videos that I need to be working on and getting out to you guys, but I have been, you know, just getting better. So I believe I'm there now. So I believe that I am better, and I'm better enough to actually get back to work, because it is it's about damn time. And like I feel bad. You know, it's one of those things, right? It's like you know, I posted just one video last week and one video the week before, and I had so many people saying like, wait, like we needed your voice on this. We wanted, oh my gosh, we miss you. And it's like, I miss you guys too, like so much. It's like, I feel bad when I'm not, you know, working and like making videos and like, oh, we gotta get it done. So it's just, I'm happy that I'm actually feeling better and I can actually get back to getting some stuff recorded. I have like 3 or 4 videos that I am just itching to do. Plus I have written out and worked on the majority of my review for Crystal Ball. So if nothing else, I can get the disc 1 Crystal Ball review done, and then as I do that, I can kind of work on more of the disc 2 and disc 3. So there is definitely more coming. But I am actually working on a lot of other things. So I went out, one last thing before I jump into like questions and stuff. Last night, and I'm gonna do actually a whole video about this, but last night I actually went out and I got to see my friend Sir Jack. And if you recall, he's a Prince tribute artist that's out of Orlando. So I drove out to see his show last night. He put together what was called the Funk Cabaret, where he did some Prince songs. And there was a very talented singer named Danielle who did some Lady Gaga songs. There were some Amy Winehouse done, and some classic 80s done. There was Lady Marmalade was done. But honestly, it was just like the whole thing was just so well put together. And I'm going to do a video because I took some footage and I kind of want to share it with you all. But it was just tons of fun. It was just like so much fun that I want to make sure that, I kind of give a spotlight, to what's going on, because like Sir Jack is doing a ton of work and really doing a great job at trying to continue Prince's legacy in his own way. Like it's interesting the way that works. So that's what's been going on. And obviously, most of what's been going on with me is I've been coughing and hacking. But I am mostly not sick right now, and I'm at least not sick. Like, this gravelly voice is not because I have a sore throat or anything. This gravelly voice is because I was out late last night cheering and screaming and just like, woo, and just going crazy. So, it's kind of interesting. So, and hopefully, that's definitely something that you guys are going to, enjoy when I make that video, because I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. So I'm going to be going to some questions now. So let's see. There's a whole lot of hellos. Let's see. This is actually a really cool little feature that StreamYard has here, that if I'm going to answer a question, I can click on it and then it pops up here. So you're saying, if you could direct a music video for Prince song, which song would you choose? That's an interesting question, because I don't know. I've never really fancied myself a director. I'm more of a writer. But if I was going to do one, I think I might be giving away a little bit of some of the stuff that I'm working on the side, but I would probably do one for Shy. I've just always loved that song. It's such a story to it, and I feel like it could be a pretty cool video. Yeah, all right. So that was one question. Let's see. Let's see. I was over at Mr. Ant's Nightchild and Purple Music's live stream. Very cool, Michelle. You know what? If anybody wants to pop over there and just tell them I said hi. So, because they're cool guys. Go tell them hi. Go tell them hi. So yeah. So there's that. So let's see. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to hear me though, or why you wouldn't be able to see me. I'm pretty sure that the video feed is here, so hopefully you don't have an issue with that. But yeah, and I am feeling better, so it's all good. Let's see. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you so much. Just letting you know that the price of the Purple Rain Deluxe on Amazon went down to $53.38. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm loving that. I haven't actually hit my pre-order yet, so maybe I'll do it today instead of, maybe I won't wait, because maybe the price will go back up. So that's pretty cool. Thank you for sharing that, Anna. That's actually really, really cool. Let's see. So yeah, so I was thinking Extra Loveable will be on the originals part 2. Thoughts? I don't think it will be. That it doesn't really fit the theme of what the originals is, because the originals is songs that he wrote for other people. So it's not necessarily the right thing for that project. So I wouldn't say it would show up over there. So I'd say no. But hopefully it does end up somewhere eventually, because it's an interesting take on the song. I think I personally like the later Hit and Run Phase 2 version of the song. I think it's mostly because of the horns. Like, the horns really just add so much to it, with the MPG horns and everything. So yeah, definitely. Can't wait for 1999 Deluxe. I agree. I agree 100%. Hopefully they do a Deluxe Controversy and Dirty Mind. That's an interesting thought. I don't think that they will. At least it won't be. It won't be the next one. If I recall correctly, the next highest selling album from Prince after 1999. Oh gosh, what was it? I think it was Emancipation, because technically each of the albums, because it was 3 discs, so but each of the discs counted as a separate album, so I think it technically like hit like the next selling album. But I'd have to do some research, but I don't think Dirty Mind or Controversy even comes close to those highest ones. I made a video about it a while ago where I actually like ranked them, but then that one got taken down because that's YouTube for you. So there you go. Who is Morris Hayes? Yeah, Morris Hayes is Mr. Hayes. He was Prince's longest running band member, and he played the organs, he played the keys. So really amazing guy. Got to meet him in person, and he is such a fun and amazing person, Mr. Morris Hayes. And like I said, he's the band leader of the original MPG that is currently on tour. They're really, really awesome, and anything that I can do to support them, I may end up doing a video where I might talk about some of their touring dates and stuff like that. But like, I really want to support those guys because they're out there doing the work. They're doing it well. So I'm actually pretty excited to see what they come out with later on, because I think there's going to be, excuse me, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be doing some new music, and that is exciting. Like, that is super exciting. I can't wait for that. So yeah, so there's that. Hey, Princess Friend, I was just binge watching your videos yesterday. Well, thank you for that. You know, every view, every watch minute is great for my statistics. Binge watching is even better. And that's actually kind of the funny thing about the YouTube algorithms and stuff. It's like, if you watch a video, it's fine. If you watch a video and then you watch another video, it's even better. I had somebody who didn't like my comments about Sinead O'Connor, who in the comments said, well, I'm just going to go and downvote all of your videos. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, then my videos won't pop up for you, because that's what downvoting does. Downvoting doesn't hurt me at all. It just makes it so that you don't see my videos, which is what it should do. So anyway. Let's see. Ooh, Ava Sear. I was thinking about starting a Prince club at my school. What are your thoughts on it? Wow. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. You know, first off, I think you should totally do it. Obviously, I don't know what you need to do in order to do that, but make sure you follow all of the rules and you don't, skirt the rules or anything. Like, make sure that it's an official thing. And oh my gosh, I hope you get lots of people. But, if you ever need any assistance, or if you need a guest speaker via internet, hit me up, because I love the idea of you organizing a thing where young people can come together and talk about this great man and his music and everything. Like, oh my gosh, like, I am excited for you. I hope that you actually go through with it, because that's going to be really, really great. So please do that. Please do it. Please do it, and let me know how it goes. That's going to be so great. There you go. So let's see. Looking for some questions here. The young generation needs to learn and know and study Prince, and I agree with that. And I'm doing it with my kids, obviously, but I'm really trying to find ways to do it with more, like, because it's definitely like I can be here and like I can do it as much as I can do it in person, but like, we all need to do it, and that's just how that works. Kathy Lee, I love your t-shirt. Thank you so much for that. In October, this is going to be the official first shirt that I'm going to do a print run of. So in October, I'm going to do a video with the details of how you can order a t-shirt, and I'll make sure that you get one. It'll look just like this, and we'll be able to get people shirts if they want them, but it's only going to be for a limited time, and I'm just going to do one print run. I'm not looking to make it a regular thing because, you know, keeping shirt inventory and all that junk is like, it's exhausting. So I will do one of these, but it's going to be October when we do that sale. So keep an eye out for that, though. If it is something that you're interested in, it's going to be like $25. That includes shipping and everything. So, you know, if you have $25 that you just can't wait, like hold on to it. And in October, I'll give you guys the details. So let's see. Yes. It's the first stream I've caught properly since mid-July. Thank you, Henry, for, you know, coming back to these live streams. It's not as if, you know, it's so weird because I always am like, am I really that riveting? Like, I just sit here and I ramble and people seem to love it. Like, but yes, a little bit, because I actually really love talking with you guys. Hopefully that comes through. Hopefully my enthusiasm for talking with you guys, answering these questions, and, you know, telling you about, like, not only my life, but about what's going on in the Prince world and everything. Hopefully that's stuff that you guys like. I'm just saying. You do a good job. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's Frankie Sanchez. Thank you so much. All right, so let's see. Let's see. Sometimes I feel like Prince's love songs are the only songs that capture how I feel. Do any of y'all relate? No. I'm actually really into Prince's like angrier songs, because like remember, I was born in the late 70s, 79. So my formative years as a teen were in the 90s. So when Prince was in the 90s and he was like angry, like, that was me. I was all about it. So yeah, that was me. Anyway. Oh, hey, my mom's in here. Hey, Ma. And it looks like I'm at about 10 minutes behind on these. So I'm going to try and jump ahead a little bit and see. Do I listen to Kid Cudi by any chance? Okay, so Kid Cudi is an interesting thing with me because I like some of his stuff, but then some of it is just, I haven't grasped it yet. Like, he is so artistic and on like a weird, like, other level, like, literally, I think, that I think I need to catch up with Kid Cudi. But I do listen to him on occasion. I do like his music. And I loved him on Comedy Bang Bang, which is where I kind of learned about him the most. So anyway, Kid Cudi, great performer. All right, I'm gonna try and skip ahead just a bit here to try and oh, in a basket. Hey, Zach, very nice to see you. It's Zach from DragonCon. Very cool. Now I know what your name is. It's in a basket. Now I can identify you, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But honestly, dude, it was awesome to meet you at DragonCon. Seriously, you and your dad. So let's see. What up, fam? Domo Jones. Yo, man. What up, cousin? Samuel Riddick. Yo. What up, cousin? Cuddin. See, you have to, like, cuddin. It's one of those weird things. I think it's Cuddin when you say it that way. I love the Eric Leeds interviews. You know what, Eric? And you know what? I should probably email Eric, because it's been a while since I've talked with Eric. And I think I'm send him an email, check up with him, because really, really nice guy, very straightforward. That's just how he is. Like, you know, he's like, hey, this is how it is. You know, when you get to a certain age, you stop giving a crap about like how people view. He's like, I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say. Like, I don't care if you guys get mad. But I love Eric. Eric is really, really awesome. So let's see. Do I have a Susan Rogers interview in the works? So here's the thing about Susan Rogers. I sent her an email at the beginning of the year, and then she responded and was like, oh my God, yeah, that sounds great. And then I got buried in preparation for Celebration, and I have never responded back to her. So this is completely on me. So I do need to respond to her, like, most definitely need to respond to her. First of all, apologize for having her email buried, because I was actually just cleaning out my inbox and I saw it and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I do need to jump on that. Do I have it like really in the works? No, because like nothing was like scheduled or anything like that. But I at least had made contact. I think she would be a fun person to interview. So there you go. I've seen other interviews with her. She's pretty cool. Are you going to review Michael Jackson's Blood on the Dance Floor? Yes. The most recent one was History. I did that, I think, like 2 months ago. So I'm off of Michael, and I'm going to do some more Prince. I might do another 311 because I really, really enjoyed doing the other 311 album. Hopefully you guys like that one because I really, really liked that one. So yeah, so there's that. So there's that. But I'm still trying to keep up with my Prince reviews, but I still like doing the reviews for albums of other people because I feel like that, again, I feel like that's important. And when we're here and we're talking about exploring music through Prince, we're not talking about Prince or only music through Prince or only Prince's music, and saying we're looking at things through a princely lens. And I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's what Prince would want. He wouldn't just want you to listen to his music because he didn't only listen to his music. He listened to other people. He tried to put the spotlight on other people. That's what he was into. So definitely I'll be doing that one. It's probably going to be a little bit before I get to Blood on the Dance Floor. I would say definitely before the end of the year I'll get to that one. But yeah, because I really like Morphine. It's a great song off of there. All right. Let's see. Please do a video on what you would like to see on a Vanity Motown reissue. That's an interesting question. I don't even know what I would want to see on there. I don't know like how much extra material or whatever that they made for those albums that she did. She only did the 2 albums with Motown. So I wonder if there would be. I mean, I guess they could throw the Last Dragon stuff on there, but that's an interesting one. I'd have to look more deeply into it. The thing about Vanity's albums is like, I can't even say that I necessarily like loved them. I thought they were good, like, and they were very her. I think the first one more than the second one. The second one had like better production and stuff, but you could tell like they had like reined her in a much more and given her less creative control. It felt like, at least. I have done a review for both of those albums though, so I would say go check those out. If you want my thoughts on the album specifically, go watch those 2 videos because they're fun videos. They were fun ones to make, and I make a couple of connections there that like maybe you didn't know. I don't know. I always think I'm super clever, but I know that I'm not. Let's see. Delmo Jones. Thanks for putting me on the Friends for Sale album. Definitely. Oh my gosh, that's such a great album. Like, I can't wait. I want to get through Crystal Ball's review because I really want to get to New Power Soul. I want to get to The Vault, the old Friends for Sale. I want to get to Rave, Into, and Unto. Like, there's just so many other ones that I really want to get to. And I just have to get through Crystal Ball first. And it's one of those things, I think it's a mental block for me at this point because it's like, it's this big 3-album thing. The last 3-album thing was Emancipation, and I went like completely crazy with it. So I'm trying to see if there's like, is there something like, do I need to do skits? Do I need to do like all this craziness? And I'm like, I probably don't. I could probably just do the reviews and be completely fine. But I feel like it deserves more. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyway, let's see. Ann Hall, you're all thumbs up for me. I agree. We as well spread his music to the youngsters. Most definitely. Most definitely. All right. I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit here and try and hit some other questions that are closer to our current timestamp. That's the, I'm going to try and do that. So, yeah. What was it like seeing Janelle Monáe live? You know what? Janelle Monáe live was very, very cool. If you are a patron, I shared like one like little video that I did, and it was actually really, really fun to go see Janelle Monáe. Seeing her live was just I don't even know. Like, it was just like the best. It was just like the coolest. Because I mean, it's Janelle Monáe. Like, Janelle Monáe is just like amazing. First off, but also it was just a lot of fun. And there's something that I'm looking for here in my computers. I think I put it in the wrong. Did I put it over here? Because I was gonna see, like, if I had them like separated out, I would have just showed one to you real quick. But I don't. See, that's the dumbness of me. Next time I do a live stream, I will make a Janelle Monáe video available, and then I'll feed it over, and then like we'll watch it together, or something like that. We'll see. It'll be fun. Really, really great stuff. What was your least favorite Prince album released during the 90s? Interesting question, but I don't really like to talk about my least favorite stuff. I like to talk about my favorite stuff. Why do we want to talk about the least favorite stuff? Everybody wants to ask me, like, what are some stuff that you hate? Make a worst list. And I'm like, why? Let's talk about the stuff we love. That's the important stuff. That's just me, as my thought at least. Let's see here. Do you listen to A Tribe Called Quest? I'm gonna say I don't like listen to them. I have a couple of their albums. I downloaded their latest one because I really liked that new single that I don't remember the name of. But I saw them perform it on SNL, and I thought it was like really, really good. The one talking about America. Yeah, but I'm gonna say no, I don't like listen to them, but I do have their albums. I believe it's called A Space Program. Oh no, We the People. I think that's the name of it. Anyway, really great album though. But A Tribe Called Quest, very good. Yeah, there you go. Let's see, Angelo, what about the Sign of the Times German edition? Did you receive it? It's very cool, great packaging. So here's the thing. When it was for pre-order, I did not have any money. And and as far as I saw, they did sell out. So I don't have it right now, and it'll be awesome. As soon as I can get my hands on it, I'll do like a review of it and the documentary. Like, I'm excited to see, the interview with Kat and the interview with Dr. Fink and the other people. But I actually haven't seen it. It's really, really, it's sad. Like, I really want to, but like with like that on top of all the other books and releases that are coming out, like I'm kind of strapped at this point. So I'm trying to work on that. But I want one, but I just don't have one yet. So I'm going to see what I can work on to get one, or I guess we'll see. Let's see. Let's see. Do you know anything about Prince's music collection of other artists and bands? Things that I've heard, he thought Gary Newman was a genius, and I can hear Gary Newman's influence on the 1999 album. Okay. I don't know anything about his music collection that he had of other people. I assume that you're talking about like people he performed with, because any show that he was at, he ended up recording, but not necessarily like keeping record of like other people's performances. I don't actually know anything about that. See, that's a question that you would ask like Paisley Park employees. That's how I learned that like almost every concert that he ever did, he recorded. Like, I learned that at Paisley because they're like, the vault was full of footage of just like almost every show he ever did. And it's like, wow, that's so crazy. Excuse me. So anyway, there you go. Chuck D was a friend of Prince. You are correct. I actually sent an email to Chuck D and Tom Morello because they have their Prophets of Rage project that they're doing right now. And honestly, I think that it would be amazing to talk to either of them about Prince and like Prince's influence. Like, because Tom Morello is an amazing black guitarist, and like probably one of the more famous ones today. So it's one of those just very, very interesting things to discuss. I would love to see like how Prince influenced him in his artistry. So that's just me. That's just my thought. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. Are you taking your time with the Dirty Computer review? Um, well, so here's the thing with the Dirty Computer review, is every time I sit down to write it, I find myself with so much to say that it's hard to kind of get my thoughts all together. And I've been trying to do it, but like it was almost easier to just move on to Crystal Ball and working on that review, because those ideas came out much easier and I'm getting all the stuff and it's going to be really, really great. But yeah, but I can't, when I sit down to write down the Dirty Computer, it's like, it's almost like Crystal Ball in a way. I'm like, it has to be perfect if I do this review, just because it's such an amazing album. And I guess I'm giving the review away, but it's such a great album. There's a couple of like little things I might have changed here and there and blah, blah, blah. You know, that's how I do it. But I think it's pretty good. I think it's a darn good album. And, you know, I'm hoping that she kind of goes down as like an amazing songwriter, performer, singer. You know, it's like all of these things that she does, actress, because she made a whole movie maker. You know, it's like so many amazing things that Janelle Monáe does, and it's just ridiculous how talented she is. So I hope that she gets the recognition that she should be getting for that. Good question. Do I think that Prince's estate will ever release Crystal Ball on vinyl? I don't know. Crystal Ball, and that's the question. If we're talking about just Crystal Ball, or are we talking about the entire 5-disc set? Because if we're just talking about just Crystal Ball, that's 3 discs of music, each one roughly about an hour. So you're talking, I guess, probably about 2 records per. So you're talking about like a 6-disc, a 6 LP thing. I mean, they could. The question is that worth it? Is Crystal Ball popular enough that people are going to flock to purchase that? Maybe. That's a very good question, though. I'd have to see like numbers on how the reissues are going, because right now I don't even know how to access that information. But it would be really cool to see how well the current reissues and stuff are all selling, to see if it would be worth it to do it to some of the lesser known ones. Because like, yeah, like doing it for the bigger ones, that's easy. Musicology makes complete sense. You know, Emancipation makes complete sense. These are really high selling albums, you know, but doing it for Crystal Ball, which was more of an underground, more of it was just like a clearing out of his vault to stop bootleggers and all that stuff. It's not that big of a thing that, you know, that people would be like, I have to have that. Like, I don't know. I guess we'd have to see. Let's see. Someone said Rave was a matured version of Graffiti Bridge. Do you agree? I don't know. I guess I'd have to figure out what was immature about Graffiti Bridge before I was able to. Because no, I wouldn't agree, because Graffiti Bridge is great, and so is Rave. They're very distinct, distinctly different things, kind of stylistically, though. So I wouldn't say that they're very similar at all. That's just me, though, I guess. Let's see. Well, I'll answer your question here. I almost skipped it, but I'm like, I guess I can answer it. Good to see you as well. But it says, I was wondering if you got a chance to see the Prince-related episode of Sherman's Showcase on the IFC channel. And I don't know what Sherman's Showcase is. So I'll have to, let me make a note to go and seek out Sherman's Showcase and figure out what that is. And then I can find Sherman's Showcase Prince episode. I'll seek that out and figure out what that is, and then I will try and see if I can see it. And if I don't make like an actual video about it, then, you know, maybe I'll mention it in the next live stream, because I'm always interested in like how he's being portrayed, you know, in other mediums and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see that. So thank you. I will check that out. All right, so let's see here. What's the next one? Have I considered making a video on his drug addiction to the extent and the influence on his music? No. No. It's because for me, it's it's such a touchy subject that first off, I don't know if I am qualified to make such statements or talk about his addiction in an intelligent way. Um, Also, none of us were there, so I don't know when he was doing drugs or when he was not doing drugs. I mean, who knows? So I would probably say no. There's so many other things to talk about that's, if I was to ever make a video about that subject, it's so far down on the list. So that's basically where I'm at there. Let's see. Wait, what happened here? Did I go into a time trance? I think it's posted a bunch of extra ones here. Cynthia, you are not late to the party. I mean, you kind of are, but it's fine. We're doing fine. And eventually this is going to just be up, and then you can just watch it from the beginning. It'll be great. Are you looking forward to the autobiography? Yes, I'm still looking forward to it. I still have my normal reservations about it because, like, just basically the first chapter is going to be him. But I read the article that came out with the co-writer, and he talked about like what Prince was really wanting to do with it and like the direction that it was going in. And honestly, that made me way more excited for it. So very, very excited. I guess we'll see what happens when it comes out. I do have that one pre-ordered, as well as Morris Day's book, which I think is coming out. I think it's coming out before, like a couple of weeks before Prince's book is Morris Day's book. Tell me that's not great marketing. So, so let's see here. That's a good question, Miyaboka. No, wait, wrong one. I guess it skipped ahead. Where's the question? There it is. Would you rather be able to listen to Prince's hits or only his deep cuts? And if I was to choose, I would pick deep cuts, because when we think of hits, and I guess it depends on how you define hits. But when I think of hits, I basically think, the big ones that everybody knows. But the ones that I truly love are the deeper cuts, because like if you think hits, like Rainbow Children was not a hit. So you're telling me that if I pick his hits, I can't listen to anything on the Rainbow Children? Nope, no thank you. I must have the Rainbow Children. I will gladly give up Raspberry Beret, and I'll give up the entire Purple Rain album, and I'll replace that with Rainbow Children, because I would rather listen to Rainbow Children than Purple Rain at this point. That's just me. I'm sure I'm the only one who thinks that. Do you think that the Gold Experience will get a re-release? That's a good question. I know that there's a whole lot of legal stuff tied up with The Most Beautiful Girl in the World, and if you don't release it with The Most Beautiful Girl, I guess it could just release it without that one song. But it's like a song that ties in like the whole album. And honestly, it was funny because after I did my review of the anthology album, and I was like, why are there so many Gold Experience songs on here? And I realized it's because this is where you're going to get the Gold Experience songs at this point. They're probably not going to release the actual album for a while. So if you get the anthology, that has the majority of the Gold Experience songs on it. So that's where you can listen to it if you didn't already own it. It probably won't get a re-release, and if it does, it'll be after all of the legal stuff is done. I don't know if legal like rulings and stuff have like a length, like a hey, it's done now and it's no longer in effect. Who knows? We'll see. But good question. Let's see. I'm gonna answer, let's say, 2 more questions, and then I think we're gonna call it. And of course, there's like not really that many questions um, left over. So with that in mind, I guess I'll go ahead and end it there. Don't forget to follow me on social media, because even though I've been sick, I have still been posting on social media, because I can lay in bed and I can do that. So don't forget to follow me on social media. That's at Princess Friend YT on most things. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm at Princess Friend YT. So the YT for YouTube. So definitely go ahead and follow me on there. Again, if you didn't catch it at the beginning, we are running a limited time offer for the month of September on the Patreon. So go check out patreon.com/princessfriend. And if you did want to support Mr. Hayes, go to my Facebook page, and I have a link there to his GoFundMe, and you can go give some money over to Mr. Morris Hayes, because we love him. We love the MPG. We want to make sure that he is able to fully recover from the damage to his studio. So definitely we want to make sure that he gets taken care of. I guess other than that, don't forget to check out princessfriend.com. And, going forward, hopefully next week, I'm going to be able to start getting more videos out and not have any more sickness. Let's cross our fingers. I'm so done being sick. I think it would be really, really awesome. And you know what? Thank you to everybody who came and you guys showed up and to this live stream. And I know I've been gone for a little bit, but it's great to know that if I pop on here, I have my friends here ready to hang out with me. So I love you all. May you live to see the dawn. Bye, y'all.